Hello and welcome to news broadcasting on TayNinh newspaper and radio television with some latest events in TayNinh province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, on July 9th, Vice Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of TayNinh People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Úc chaired a working session with relevant departments to discuss the socio-economic development of the Mộc Bài and Tân Nam International Portuguese, the National Tourism Site at Ba Đen Mountain, and to inspect key transport infrastructure projects.
The Department of Construction presented the implementation plan for the Mộc Bài Portuguese economic zone and the progress of major transport projects, including the Ho Chi Minh City Mộc Bài Expressway and provincial roads such as 827E and Ring Roads 3 and number 4. The Mộc Bài economic zone plan has been approved by the Prime Minister and is in the stage of public announcement and investment attraction. And Tân Nam International Portuguese project is under development with a budget of 274 billion Vietnam dong across 5 main components, expected to be completed by the end of August. And these initiatives are expected to boost investment, the trade and border economic growth. And the department also discussed import-export duties through the against proposed special mechanism for Mộc Bai's economic development and address issues related to Dầu Tiếng reservoir management and the supply of construction materials for the expressway projects. Vice Chairman Nguyễn Hồng Thanh emphasized speeding up land clearance, particularly for the Ho Chi Minh City Mộc Bài Expressway. He asked the Investment Project Management Board to coordinate closely with the local authorities to ensure the progress, and Chairman Nguyễn Văn Úc praised the initiative of the departments and localities post-restructuring. He directed the Department of Construction to finalize and publish the drawn-in plan and to advise on the securing special policies from the central government to attract investment. He stressed and defined funding sources and what should be state-funded and what should be privately invested to prepare for the 2022-2030 public investment period. And looking ahead, Mr. Uk said, TayNinh will become a mega construction site with a major transport projects and emphasized the importance of the proper land clearance and high-quality resettlement to improve the residents' lives. He also committed to operating the commune-level offices and providing better equipment and vehicles for the local administration. Earlier, the provincial leaders conducted a field surveys at Mộc Bài and Tân Nam Portuguese, the central office for the South of Vietnam historical site and Ba Đen Mountain tourism area also.
On the morning of July 9th, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Bình Lâm held a working session with the Provincial Land Development Center to review its operation. During the meeting, Vice Chairman Nguyễn Bình Lâm requested the center to strengthen coordination with relevant departments and localities to resolve ongoing difficulties, especially to avoid delays in land clearance for key provincial projects. Earlier in the session, the center's leadership reported on its organizational structure, operational status, and a proposed plan to merge the two current land development centers. They also outlined existing challenges and obstacles impacting task execution and proposed several solutions aimed at improving effectiveness.
And on July 8th, a delegation from TayNinh World Party Committee led by Mr. Lê Minh Thế, member of Provincial Party Standing Committee and Secretary of the World Party Committee, visited the local police and the military command to assess their operations and set the key directions. Since the administrative merger took effect on July the 1st, both the police and military command have quickly reorganized their structure, strengthened their forces, and improved their facilities. And they have maintained 100% of combat readiness and closely monitor the area and work together to ensure the public order, the traffic safety, and the crime prevention. The World Police also efficiently handled administrative procedures, citizen ID issuance, and public complaints in accordance with the regulations. At the meeting, both unions proposed the support for facility price and equipment to better fulfill their responsibilities.
The audience following the streamlining of administrative units, the newly established commerce and works in TayNinh have quickly stabilized and are efficiently serving the public. As the demand for administrative services rise, local police across the province have greatly increased manpower and equipment, ready to support citizens with the spirit of serving the people. From the very beginning of the new two-level local government model, along with ensuring security and order, Youth Khmer Police launched campaigns to guide residents through administrative procedures, promptly resolving issues during the transition. Our goal is to ensure public satisfaction and avoid causing inconvenience or frustration for citizens. As a densely populated central area, Long An Police handle over 150 cases daily, including permanent and temporary residence registration, digital ID, and residency verification. Determined not to let cases pile up, the unit has assigned enough officers and equipped 6 machines connected to the National Population Database to meet public demand efficiently. In the future, citizens will be guided to complete procedures from home or anywhere. The police will only receive and return results. There will be no need to visit the administrative office in person. Due to the recent administrative reorganization, many residents are still unfamiliar with the new jurisdictions and procedures involving the police. In this context, the dedication and support of local police officers have helped people quickly adapt, ensuring their rights and making administrative processes more convenient. I came here to register a digital ID for my granddaughter. The officers were very helpful. It only took a few minutes. We're really pleased with the new staff support. Thanks to the active involvement of Khmer and World Police, administrative procedures in Tây Ninh have become more accessible and efficient. This not only supports the people, but also strengthens the close relationship between the police and the community, helping to maintain public order at the grassroots level. Turn to other notable news, ladies and gentlemen. According to a report by the General Statistics Office, Ministry of Finance, Tây Ninh province recorded a gross regional domestic product or GDP growth rate of 9.63% in the first half of 2025, the highest in the southern region, and ranked the 7th out of 34 provinces and cities nationwide.
Specifically, the growth by the sector was as follows. Agriculture, forestry, fishery increased by 4.55%, industry construction surged by 12.67%, and trade services fell by 8.25%, and the product taxes minus subsidies rose by 6.86%. And the figures reflect a balanced recovery and development across on economic sectors, with industry and construction remaining the key drivers of the overall GDP growth in the province. And Tây Ninh currently benefits from well-developed industrial joint infrastructure, open investment policies, and effective administrative reform, and a strategic location with a strong regional connectivity. Additionally, the high-tech agriculture and stable growth in the trade and services continue to contribute to higher production value and improved income for residents.
Following the administrative merger, Tây Ninh province now has 82 planned industrial clusters with a total area of over 4,500 hectares. Of these, 22 clusters are operational, attracting more than 500 investment projects. In recent years, industrial clusters in the province have played a key role by concentrating enterprises in the same or related industries. This clustering enhances economic efficiency, allowing businesses to share resources and support each other in production and operations. In addition to its industrial parks and economic zones, Tây Ninh is actually promoting investment in industrial clusters, especially for high-tech, eco-friendly projects with strong spillover potential. For the 2021-2030 period, the province plans to develop 31 industrial clusters and is currently intensifying investment promotion efforts.
Tây Ninh province has been actively improving the job replacement and vocational training, contributing to better workforce quality and stability for workers. And since the beginning of the year, nearly 47,000 people have received a job counseling or referrals. and regular job fairs have connected the workers with employers. Specifically in industrial parks and clusters, vocational training efforts have also been strengthened to meet the labor market demands. And by the end of 2025, the province aimed for over 77% of the workforce to be trained, with more than 35% holding degrees or certificates, a positive sign of progress in the workforce development to support the local socio-economic growth.
Ladies and gentlemen, in response to the cornea donation campaign and with the heartfelt belief that giving is forever, hundreds of people in Ninh Bình province have donated their corneas and thousands have registered to donate after death, offering the gift of sight to many with corneal diseases. Miss Nguyễn Thị Hoa from Bình Minh Commune, Ninh Bình is known as the first person in Vietnam to donate her corneas after passing away. Her donation restored vision for Miss Nguyễn Thị Huy and Miss Lê Thị Tuyết, and her meaningful acts have inspired the cornea donation movement in Ninh Bình. I asked my mother, if you can no longer live, let others see through your eyes so we can follow your example. Following Miss Hua's lead, not only her community but people across the province have embraced corneal donation. The movement has grown with the support of dedicated volunteers and collaborators, actually raising awareness. I'm deeply grateful to the two families in Ninh Bình who donated their loved ones' corneas to me and to the doctors at the Central Eye Hospital for the successful transplant. It's a feeling that's hard to put into words. Since that first donation, over 500 people in Ninh Bình province have donated their corneas, and more than 15,000 have registered to donate up to death. This noble gesture have brought light and hope to many facing vision loss. We are very moved when we receive a donation and hear from mourners that cornea donation has become a natural part of funeral conversations. It shows how awareness has grown. They truly believe that giving is eternal. In the future, Ninh Bình Red Cross hopes for greater support from authorities, organizations, and the public to amplify communication efforts and spread these beautiful stories, encouraging society to change perceptions and embrace organ and tissue donation. In the first segment of 2025 agricultural production in TayNinhTV achieved many positive results, laying a stable foundation for the development after the merger. Key crops grew well, with rice output estimated at over 2 million tons, reaching 71% of the plan and increasing more than 14% compared to the same period last year. Aquaculture benefited from favorable conditions, producing over 82,000 tons, up 3.5%. Nearly 155,000 hectares of short-term crops were planted, achieving over 60% of the target. Livestock also developed, with more than 530,000 cattle and over 10 million poultry, increasing more than 6% year-on-year. These results reflect strong efforts in production management, program implementation, and farmer support by local authorities, creating a solid foundation for future agricultural growth. The Long An Investment Construction Project Management Board conducted an on-site inspection of the progress at the provincial roads H2D, A22, and H22B. At each site, leaders had reports from construction and supervision units about progress, challenges, and proposed timely solutions. The H2D project, Northwest New Route connecting Long An Ho Chi Minh City, is over 14 km long with a total investment of over 1,100 billion Vietnam dong and has reached over 60% progress. The H22 project has nearly 250 billion Vietnam dong in investment from the provincial budget and other legal sources, currently on schedule. The H2B project from road H05 connecting to road H38 and the Ho Chi Minh Trail is over 11 kilometers long with nearly 1,000 billion Vietnam dong investment. Phase 1 involves a glass floor with a 9-meter base and 7-meter wide surface, clearing a 30 meters right-of-way, funded partially by a 300 billion Vietnam dong central government support budget. The 2025 budget allocates 210 billion Vietnam dong, with nearly 100 billion dispersed, reaching about 50% of land capital. Mr. Nguyễn Văn Hùng, Director of Management Board, requested close coordination among units to resolve issues, ensure progress and quality, and complete the project rapidly for use. Ladies and gentlemen, Logo Samat National Park in Tây Ninh Province is one of Vietnam's 10 Asian heritage parks, located at the intersection of three major ecological zones: Southern, Central, Highlands, Southwest, and the Mekong Delta. It boasts a rich and unique biodiversity. For over a decade, the Park's Wildlife Rescue Center has played a key role in rehabilitating and returning wild animals to their natural habitat.
Currently, the park is home to around 42 mammal species and 203 bird species and 88 and 58 reptile species, including the several listed international and international red books, such as the black sand dirt langur and silver langur, white cat, and the giant flying squirrel. Logo Samak is also a migration stopover for the rare red-throat crane traveling from Mekong Delta to Cambodia. And to preserve their genetic resources and protect endangered species, the park established a wildlife rescue center in 2015 and managed by the Department of Science, Conservation and International Cooperation. The center follows the strict protocols in the rescue, care, and release, using the tools like camera traps and field surveys to monitor populations. We coordinate with the local agency to patrol and prevent the illegal animal trapping, and we also provide regular training for conservation staff and collaborate with the universities and institutes for the biodiversity research. And since its founding, the rescue center has received and rehabilitated many rare wild animals, both from authorities and local citizens. Healthy animals are released into the wild, and we continue caring for the weaker animals at the center. And besides rehabilitation, the center also serves the ecotourism, environmental education, and helping raise public awareness of wildlife conservation. And one of the center's biggest challenges is the lack of the specialized equipment to monitor endangered species, limiting the efforts to set population size, distribution, and conservation status, especially for those at risk of extinction. And we plan to expand conservation efforts by surveying biodiversity hotspots and prioritizing areas with the rare species. And we also focus on protecting the large mammals, especially primates, and improve the capacity of the rescue center. And thanks to the dedicated efforts of the staff, the Wildlife Rescue Center at Logo Samak National Park continues to play a crucial role in protecting endangered wildlife, maintaining ecological balance, and preserving the biodiversity along Tây Ninh's borderlands.
And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.